Alright, so I'm going to show you how to build your jar files. So here from this GitHub you can download these three files. So just download that. Download the build properties default and build.xml. Okay. So from here, you're going to take these three files, copy them over to your Windchill folder, and for the time being, you can just put it in the main. Okay. And then what you're going to do is so build.properties.default has all of the locations for the build file. So in this case, this was written for Solaris. So what I'm going to do is just replace Windchill Home with the actual location of Windchill Home. And I think you want to backspace this. Actually, let's just try it without it. Okay. And then also project home. I guess this should be fine. All right, so let's try this. So we're in the Windchill shell. This is Windchill 11. And then right now we're in the bin folder, but we're going to go here. Test and is running, right? And here you're going to give in the file. So it's going to be and -f build.xml. Okay, and then in the build.xml, you want to run, I think it's called make jar, or I could be wrong. Right, here we go. Package WT libraries. So what this does is it's going to make a WT library, WT lib directory, and then it's going to copy the com.jar from the lib directory and from Windchill code base. It's going to copy all the .class files in the com folder, then likewise the clients folder, etc., etc. And then it's going to copy all the third libraries, and it's going to copy those jars. And you can specify any other ones you want. Okay. So if you go back here, and if I type in that, and then we'll hit run, it's going to fail. So what's the issue over here? Build sequence or target is that. Okay, yeah. So this the reason it doesn't work is build.properties.default. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm not sure if this is gonna work either, but let me just try it one more time. Yeah, okay. So what you want to do is if this doesn't work, then we're gonna do yep, there we go. So now you just kind of wait for all the jars to be created. And then I believe within a few minutes you're going to get the compiled jar with all of the class files. So one of the reason it takes so long is because it's going to traverse through every single folder inside of Windchill codebase comp, right? So that's a lot of folders to traverse through to look for our class files. It might be a little bit faster on a Linux server, but not 100% sure. There we go. So in the meantime, I'm also going to download Eclipse. Okay, so we see that all the jar files have been compiled. So if you go in here, you'll see that it's all there. So what I did do was, let me see something. Okay. For some odd reason, I thought it already made the jar for you, but I guess it doesn't. Okay. So, wonder if we can just do this. So the next step is to kind of just import this into Eclipse, and then we're going to create a sample test class to see if the code runs. And hopefully Eclipse installs. Right. All right, and just click on launch. So what we're going to do here is we're going to import this lib file as a source folder, or sorry, source jar. And we're going to we're going to create a Java project. And we'll just call it like Windchill tutorial or something. All right, Java SE 17 is fine. Finish. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to right click on build path, and click on configure build path. Then here we're going to click on projects, libraries, and then module path, add external jars, and then grab the source or the directory, press enter, and click on this, and click open, and then apply and close. So what this is going to do is going to copy all the jars and all the class files that are there. Okay. Now, what I haven't done it this way before, so I'm going to try this out as a theory. So if I do a new class and just call it test, okay, and okay, so just say com package com dot wt or wind toots. Does that work? Okay. All right. So now, can I do Control Shift T, WT document? No. Okay. So if I do wt.doc, it doesn't work. Okay. So that means that these files are not reading. Okay. So we'll go back to the build path and then remove it. I'm sure there's a way to do it. But okay. So what you can do instead is just go ahead and copy these. Okay. Open. And before I go ahead and add all of them, let me make sure it's not because of the module path. Right. There we go. Okay. So now if I wanted to, I could do this. Right. Public void test this. And I could do doc equals new WT document. Okay. Control Shift O to bring the library in. Control S. And then what does this say? Is not accessible. It's not accessible. Okay. So I wonder if it's because it's in the module library. So let's try this. Okay, remove, add external jars. Nope. So I have this issue usually, and trying to think if I could just restart, does that help? It doesn't. Why is that? So one of the things it's telling me to do is add requires WT to module info.java. That doesn't do anything. No idea what this is. Okay. So we're going to delete that. Okay. Oh, look, though, see? And then it goes away. It's a very weird thing that it does. I wonder. But anyway. Right. So now you can kind of read all the methods and things like that. While we're here, what we're going to do is install the Java decompiler so that you can actually look into the code. Okay. Believe, yep. All right, and then download all of them. Okay. So as you saw earlier, when I opened WT document class, you can read it properly. But with this plugin that we just installed, we can view all the code. Okay, so like if I press F3, I believe, or is it F5? Yeah, so you press F3, it takes you to the class file. But the problem is that, there is no source, so we have to decompile it. And this is like the assembly code, so it wouldn't even make sense to any of us. So what you have to do is you go to window preferences. And then here, what you're going to do is you're going to general, and then you're going to go to not text editors, it's file, where is it? File association. Okay, so it says general, editors, and file association. Okay, so here you're going to click on class without source, and then instead of this being the default, you're going to set it this one to be the default one. Okay, so that's the plugin that we just installed. So you click apply and close. Okay, and then we're going to press F3 on this again. And now we have the decompiled code. Okay, so this helps out a lot. Even with debugging, if you know how to just set the debugger up, you can kind of trace through the code and see what's going on. You can even read the values and things like that. But more importantly, now you have access to the actual code that's there, and then you can kind of figure out what's going on behind the scenes versus just assuming or guessing what's going on. Okay, so I hope this helps. Sorry, it's not that of a it's not that polished video, but I just wanted to kind of get this out there. So if anyone is struggling with Windchill, they can kind of take a crack at it with this. Okay, best of luck.